From Stingray Stadium in Texas City, Coug Sportsnet presents to you your Lamarque Cougars as they take on the Texas City Stingrays in the annual Battle by the Bay. Brandon Williams along with Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr., Senior Stats. Lewis Perrin Sr. is on the field, sidelines as well, and along with the coach, William Sowell. Guys, we got past ball high last week. The defense looked very productive, 134 yards allowed. The offense rolled up almost 400 yards. Hard to believe that considering we only scored 12 points. But the story has to be improvement in the red zone and better discipline from the offensive line.
You are absolutely correct. 3 times Lamarque made it into the red zone last week without being able to produce points, and that is not the Coach Jackson way. He is going to be stressing it this week. You can almost be sure of that. But you're absolutely right also, too, when it comes to that defense. They were a stout group, especially that front 7. It's going to be impressive what they do not only this week but this season against a Texas City team that's coming in a little bit down. They've lost some key players from last year, but you know what? This is the Battle of the Bay, and as the producer said, you can throw out the stat book when it comes to that game.
Stinks coming off a 24-0 loss to Friendswood. They certainly want to improve their lot, and they would love to do it at the expense of the Cougars. We'll take a short break, and afterwards we'll have the national anthem and kickoff of the annual Battle by the Bay between the Lamarque Cougars and the Texas City Stingrays. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. Back as we are moments away from opening kickoff between the Lamarque Cougars and the Texas City Stingrays. We'll take a look at the team captains. We'll start with Lamarque. Number 2, Demetrius James. Number 22, Alan Cooper. Number 59, Chris Laws. And number 79, Taryn Gaines. Lewis for the Stings.
We've got number 3, Robert Frank. Number 11, Ja'Cory Fennell. Number 53, Zach Glazner. And number 81, Ed Guerrero.
And number 91.
Fennell is a transfer from Hitchcock.
I was going to say, I like the numbers on Lamarque's jerseys. Boy, they got a nice 3-dimensional look, but the numbers on the Tech Cities, boy, they're going to be tough to figure out tonight, guys.
Fun to read. It was a little bit like last week when we had
with Galveston Ball.
Galveston Ball, yep.
Lamarque looks like they won the toss, guys, and have deferred. Tech City is going to be able to receive the opening kickoff. Uh-oh. Come back again to his coach. Lost him there.
Sounded like lost him, but Cougars will let that defense come out on the field to begin the contest. Stings struggled last week offensively, getting just 116 total yards, whereas Lamarque allowed just 134 against Galveston Ball.
Guys, I think there's going to be a more balanced.
Yep. Sorry about that, Coach.
We gotta find you a happy spot, Coach.
We gotta find you a happy spot.
I'm searching. I really want to be in on this one.
There's a good spot.
Well, it looked like they have a more balanced attack plan tonight, guys. I think it's going to be a run session here because you have the great running backs from Lamarque. And also, I believe you have Hinton who's going to be carrying the ball for special plays tonight. I've heard talk of him crashing the middle and crashing the end. So it's going to be really exciting here tonight to see how our defense hold up against the big running back.
And talk about Devontae Hinton, that's Texas City's all-state linebacker from last season, committed to Texas Tech in the spring. So the Red Raiders will have themselves a talented young linebacker coming next fall up to Lubbock.
And it's kind of calm down on the sideline as compared to last week. I believe they're more sure than anything.
Set to do the kicking for Lamarque is the freshman Pedro Rubio. Back deep for Texas City. Looks like number 6, Devontae Hinton, and also number 19, Darius Brooks. So we will await the opening kickoff. And it's a high kick heading towards the near side, and it's going to be bobbled and smashed immediately. Woo! Message sent right off the bat by number 11, Carl Sims, as number 12, Brandon Edmonds, bobbled the kickoff and got walloped about 2 or 3 yards upfield.
And he went about 2 or 3 yards back or when he got walloped too.
Way to make a statement, and similar to the statement that the defense made last week on their first drive, where they just really asserted their will from the outset. We'll take a look at that Lamarque defense. Starting with number 55, our player of the game last week, 59, Chris Laws. number 53, William Tenner, number 50, Emil Fleming, and number 52, Kenneth Edwards up front. Your linebackers are number 4, Gerald Johnson, number 17, Delian Richard, and we will get the rest of them. Number 7, that's going to be Anthony Wright as well. 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. Ball spotted at their 24-yard line, and the handoff is going to be to Hinton. Hinton goes airborne, but not before he gets about 6 on that carry.
It's a big old boy.
Yeah, he is.
Hinton is showing great speed out of the backfield. Shocking for as big a football player as he is, but I believe that he's going to make an effect on this game.
He will. We'll take a look at that Lamarck secondary. Number 11, Carl Sims. Number 12, Datron Cole as your corners. And number 2, Demetrius James. And number 22, Alan Cooper at safety. Gain of 7, make it 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line. Correction, number 23, Brenton Jones at safety, and the Stings jump. He's going to take them back. We'll take them back 5 yards. We'll make it a 2nd and 8.
Now, as easy as those numbers are to read on the back of the Cougars jerseys, when you're wearing black uniforms and the numbers are black outlined in orange, that's going to be a little bit tough.
You're right.
Quarterback for Texas City is number 14, Zach Heathcock, senior, who will get the 2nd start of the season, as the Stings will go to 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the near on 2nd and 8, and the toss is going to be to Hinton, and Hinton's going to be stopped. He'll get about a yard or 2. Tackle made by 52, Edwards. Tenner also in there as well.
That appears to be all he's going to get. And
again, similar to what we saw last week, that Lamarck defense just able to swarm to the ball carrier. Gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 6. We'll spot it at the 28-yard line. Heathcock is in an eye set with Hinton the deep back. Handoff is going to be to Hinton, and Hinton is going to bull his way forward to around the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. We'll put him close to the 1st down.
We're at
He'll
least
be about
a yard short. Yep.
And it looks like Leland Servik will go ahead and play the numbers early on, and will bring the punt unit in.
And that's a smart move by the coach.
Number 6, Ladarian Ellis-Jones lined up to receive the punt, as he is standing around his own 33-yard line. And number 6 for the Stings, number 2, Marshall Servik, the son of head coach Leland Servik. And we've got a stoppage of play. And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field.
Waiting to see who called it.
And it looks like it was Texas City. We'll go ahead and take it regardless. 9:46 to go, 1st quarter. We're scoreless. Coug Sports Net will be right back. He's actually starting in the backfield. The Cougars break out a 4 wide receiver set to open a contest. Quick screen is going to be caught by James, and James is going to be stopped immediately. Stings were able to snuff that one out.
Well, that's a scouted play, you can tell.
Number 5, Alan Moore looks like was the defender. Number 1, Jarvis Ford.
2-yard loss for the Cougars that time.
So 2nd down and 12. Cougs again going with their 4 wide set, 2 to either side with Jones in the backfield. And it's going to be Jones. Turns the corner, and he's going to face a swarm of black as he gets maybe a yard, if that.
And guys, get ready for that type of night. We've been scouted, I can tell. We've been scouted very well.
Dante Hayes, number 36 on the tackling. Guys, this kid's a talent. 6'4", 250-pound junior.
Yes, sir.
And you got to believe that there are Division I programs that already have this young man on their radar screen. Cougs facing a 3rd and 12 after no gain, as Williams will now go under center with Ellis-Jones in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff, back to throw, looks, has James, going downfield, incomplete, had a step on the defender and couldn't reel it in.
He had James on the far side. He also had Daquan Jones over here to the near side, parked at about the 35-yard line with not a soul around.
That's right.
Servik on the coverage, but the Cougs missed a shot on that one.
They were practicing against that coverage earlier today, and myself and Coach Lockwood was trying to figure out why he would throw to the down-under guy. And I see why now, because Daquan Jones was all by himself over here in the flat.
There is exactly right, Coach.
And it'll be Datron Cole, number 12, lined up the punt for the Cougars. Marshall Servick, kid does it all. He is lined up around the 32-yard line of Texas City. So to snap the Cole in, that got some pressure, and it's going to be a high punt that takes a bit of a Cougar bounce, and it'll be down to around the 36-yard line. Stings were able to get some pressure in on Cole.
Yeah, there were two men real close to him that time.
He actually went down, but no flags were thrown down back there.
I was wondering where we get 5 yards out of that.
So the Cougs will get their second opportunity defensively, as the Stings will get the ball 1st and 10. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line. 8:13 to go first quarter. As the Stings get out and break the huddle. Offset I formation coming here. And a handoff this time is going to be
Is that number 3?
to number 3. That is Robert Frank on the carry.
Number 3, Robert Frank on the carry for Stingray.
Get forward for about 3 yards.
17, Jalen Richard.
Richard there on the tackle, so it's a 2nd down and 7. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter. Game 2 of the 2014 regular season, and it's the Battle by the Bay.
Clash of the Causeway last week, Battle of the Bay this week. We're going to get on to some football here real soon.
Number 13, Chris Ponder in at quarterback. He rolls out, steps up, tried to throw but couldn't get anything as the secondary leads to Hall of Fame Demetrius James, number 2, and the number 17, Dalian Richard, splitting the sack on that one.
Going to lose 2 on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 now.
Good coverage by the Lamarque defense as Ponder had no opportunity to try to throw the ball. And by the time he tried to figure out what to do, he had Richard and James on top of him.
That was a slow developing play, and you're absolutely right. The coverage downfield was outstanding. Combine those two things, and that gave that Lamarque front 7 plenty of opportunity to get in there and make that stop.
3rd down, looks like a bit of a wildcat set here for Lamarque, for Texas City, as it's going to be Mole trying to turn the corner, and he is going to be swarmed at the line, near the line of scrimmage.
Good coverage, good coverage.
Demetrius James that time, along with number 53. That William Tenner?
William Tenner there on the stop.
Yeah, they pursued very well, guys.
Yeah, they did.
And the Cougs force a 3 and out on their on Texas City's second possession.
Yeah. Yes.
Serving back to punt for the Stingrays.
Jones is lined up at around the 30-yard line as Servick is back deep at his own 25-yard line. Approaching the 6-minute mark in the first quarter. Servick
Low
will
kick.
angle it in the direction of Jones. We'll pick it up and we'll slip it around the 29-yard line. And there's going to be a late flag.
Yeah, he was already on the ground. You cannot get up in this league. So he was down when he hit the ground, and these boys know that.
Well, it's a rivalry, and you got to expect that kind of pressure coming from the defense.
No question. You know, these kids are going to be dialed up regardless, but you make it a rivalry game, you're just going to add a few more watts to it.
Guys, have you noticed the fantastic way that Lamarque's secondary is coming down? And they're shutting down the run for Texas City. The secondary's play. We have linebackers in the secondary.
Oh, then that's the strength of having such a fast team is that, you know, your linebackers are just as fast in some cases as your defensive backs, and that's going to allow the Cougars to have excellent coverage, particularly when that front is able to produce pressure.
And they're living up.
And after that penalty, that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 44-yard line. That's where Lamarque will be taking over.
Offset I formation for the Cougars. They'll tap 2 wide receivers to the near side. Williams under center. Play fake, back to throw, steps up, and he's going to be sacked. That play was developing, but way too slow before Charles Hawkins, number 99, able to come in and produce the sack.
Guys, that was just about a second too slow.
Yep.
But they were wide open over the top.
Cougs showing a little more aggressiveness on the passing side of things compared to last week.
You know, and I like the smoothness of Williams. You know, he come out of there. He actually had a very good play action going there. But it's just a little too slow, though, like you say, Coach.
Yeah, give him a little.
So second down and 15. Two in the backfield with Williams again, a shotgun 3 wide. Williams pump fake, steps up, has pressure, evades one man, evades another, still on his feet before he's knocked down around the 42-yard line. Tackle made by Devontae Hinton, and guys, that tackle showed you why this young man was an all-state defender last year.
Yes, sir. He is so fast on his feet. He recovered really fast.
Oh, that's the thing. You know, I talked with Texas Tech scout, and one of the things that they talked about with Hinton is that they Hinton kind of reminded them of Zach Thomas, the former Texas Tech star, who of course ended up being an All-Pro with the Miami Dolphins.
3rd down and 12 for the Cougars.
3rd and 12 coming up for Lamarque. 4:59 to go, first quarter. It's Daquan Jones in the backfield with Williams. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to either side. Williams straight drop, step, swing pass, caught by Daquan Jones, has midfield, has 45. First down for the Cougars as Daquan Jones catches the screen. Well executed, and the first down for Lamarque. Flag comes down late.
We got another flag on the play.
Looks like that's going to be up the 15-yard variety. Somebody probably got a little overzealous.
Well, I'm really hoping.
Yep, hot dog it.
Wait and see what the call is. That flag came down late.
Well, it was definitely a dead ball foul.
So that means it should be first down, but we'll wait and see.
It's going to go against Lamarque, a personal foul.
Well,
so it essentially takes them back almost where they started from. Started at the 44-yard line. They go back to the 43. So all in all, they get a first down by losing a yard, essentially. So 1st and 10 for Lamarque at their own 43-yard line.
Boy, did you see how fast after Daquan Jones got that ball, how fast he got down the field?
He has such exceptional speed.
Those Jets, man, I'm telling you.
1st and 10, Williams under center. Little wing set. Handoff is going to be to Ellis Jones as he will get to around the 45-yard line, gain him around 2.
And I just don't believe we're going to find anything in that middle. Hinton is too tough in that middle right now.
Yeah, you've got a big Texas City front line. You look at Hinton, you look at Hayes, plus Hawkins, you know, to name a few. Number 75 is a big hoss, Andre Smith.
Yeah, I was about to say number 75 and Hinton are really closing that middle up.
Oh, Smith, 5'10", but he's a 250-pound fire hydrant in the middle.
Well, they wear down, though.
Oh, they do. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. As Williams will get the call from Coach Jackson. 3:48 to go first quarter.
There we go. Just got that off.
Hand off to Jones, and he will get to midfield, and a late flag again. I'll take and see what the call is. Might have been a face mask, as one of the Lamarque coaches were pointing that will be a first down. We'll wait and see what the call is.
Let's hope that is, because other than that,
they'll put the ball to midfield. It's a gain of 5 for right now. We'll wait and see what the call is. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Personal foul.
All right.
Yep,
personal foul against Texas City. So their second
well, we got it back.
personal foul up this drive.
That was a good gain, though, on the ground right there, guys.
I believe it's coming together on this drive that they have. I believe eventually they're going to uncork. Lamarque is kind of warming up now. I believe the strategy is about to be put in place.
So a 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the Texas City 35-yard line. 3:33 to go. Handoff is going to be to Jones. He will get about a yard of that. Guess who? Devontae Hinton there on the stop.
Yes, sir. I tell you, that defense on their side is seemingly just as fast.
1 yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 9.
2nd down and 9 coming up after that 1 yard gain. Let's see what the Cougs do here. Quick jump. Play is still alive. As Williams evades one defender, it looks like he'll just go out of bounds, and that might be a 3rd foul. It is. That is going to be a personal foul, guys. Referee threw his hat.
Yeah, that was a little flagrant there.
2 pairs of the offsides And now, what should be a personal foul call, we'll wait and see what the call is. It will at least be a 2nd and 4 at the very least, but this could be even bigger for Lamarque.
Boy, it's a good thing that hit didn't happen over on this sideline.
Oh, my God.
I'm so glad.
That wouldn't have been pretty.
Well, guys, I would have to take residence in the stands if it happened over here.
A face mask penalty against Texas City. So move that ball 15 yards, and the Cougars have benefited off of 45 yards of Texas City penalties here in this drive. So spot the ball at the 19-yard line.
The referees have got more offense than the Cougars do right now.
Those flags can do it,
They
can't
are
they?
Yeah, they
flag
can.
happy. The Stings are committing some serious errors here. 2:55 to go first quarter. Man in motion. It's play fake. Williams back. Lawson has a man wide open. Touchdown.
And open.
That's the ticket.
Daquan Jones.
Daquan Jones with the touchdown.
Boy, he was
That's right.
wide-
That's right. You're going to see that a lot tonight.
He was wide open, wasn't he, guys?
Yes, sir.
Coach Lockwood, the play we saw him practicing it.
That's it. You're right, Coach. And sorry we can't keep you a constant audio control down there, but you keep them coming up.
That's okay. I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
loving it anyway.
There's a lot of radio interference tonight down there, guys.
19-yard reception by Jones. We will look for Rubio to see if he can attempt the extra point. It'll be his first if he gets it. Snap is up, and the kick is going to be good.
All right.
Lamarque might have found themselves a kicker, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
2:43 to go, first quarter. It is Lamarque 7, Texas City nothing. Coug Sports Net will be right back.
Got
Texas City trailing 7-0 after the Cougars go 56 yards. 45 yards and penalties on that drive, guys, but it was capped off by a 19-yard catch by Daquan Jones. 7 plays as Williams finds Jones, 21-yard touchdown pass to make it 7-0. Kick is high in the direction of number 12, and that's going to be Edmonds, and Edmonds has some room, has midfield. He's going to outsprint everyone into the end zone, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. You talk about a lightning strike.
He ran from this near side over to the middle of the field to cut off that kick, taking it from that man set up in the center, and he just kept right on running,
And guys,
nobody was able to catch him.
that was actually a play that they set up. Tech City evidently is going to be known for the trick plays. The center man acted as if he's going to catch the ball, and number 12 cut across the field and caught it.
The first score of the season for Texas City comes in a big way. 83-yard kickoff return by Brandon Edmonds. 2:32 to go in the first quarter as we await the extra point.
And here we go again. The trick plays.
Leland Servik is known as one of the most cagey coaches when it comes to trickeration.
I do understand, Coach.
And we've got a timeout. Looks like it's going to be Texas City here with this one. 2:32 to go first quarter. It's Lamarque 7, Texas City 6. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Timeout. It is going to be an extra point attempt. They won't go for the trickeration.
That we know of. That we know of.
Marshall
right.
Servik would be doing the kicking. And guys, Servik has done a little bit of everything thus far in the first quarter. He has punted, he has kicked, he's played defensive back. He is a do-all. You can tell it's the coach's son. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is going to be good. Tied 7-7 with 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Tied here at 7-7 after Edmonds takes the kick 83 yards for a touchdown. Daquan Jones is back deep for Lamarque at around the 15-yard line. Servik set to kick for the Stings. And it's going to be a pooch in the direction of number 23, and that is going to be Brinson Jones, who gets some yardage out of the play.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Not at all. Cougs are going to get good field position again.
Not expecting to be touching the ball, and as a result, we're down there on the 44-yard line.
Worked for us last time we started a drive at the 44.
It did indeed.
All right, guys, it's redemption time.
2:27 to go, first quarter. We had 2 touchdowns in a span of 11 seconds. Cougs striking first on a 21-yard TD pass from Jalen Williams to Daquan Jones, and then Brandon Evans with the 83-yard kick return. First and 10 for Lamarck, man in motion, and it's going to be a counter play to Jones, and he's got room to the 48-yard line, and I tell you what,
tackle.
that was one heck of a tackle by Christian Weaver.
Otherwise, he'd have been off to the races, guys.
Yes, he would have.
That was a touchdown saving tackle.
Oh, there's no doubt he had the corner, and if he did, there's nobody in black catching him. Nonetheless, it's a gain of 5, make it 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line as we approach 2 minutes, inside now 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
I'll take 5 yards any day, though, every play.
Daquan Jones in motion. Free play, and that's going to be a ball is loose. Flag is down. This isn't going to count.
Oh, no.
You got a lot of screaming and yelling, but this won't be a touchdown.
Yeah, that was an offside or something.
It was an offsides. The Stings were drawn offsides.
Yeah, but our back also moved forward too, guys. So let's not see how that turns out.
Well,
It looks like both officials. Looks like the officials are pointing in the direction as if it's going to go against Texas City.
Yeah, they made contact actually.
They brought some serious pressure in on there. Give those guys credit. They were able to, maintain the drive on that play. They kept it going. And it looks like number 9, Weaver, was the man who returned it. But it's going to be an offsides. That will be a 1st and 10 for Lamarck. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Spot the ball at the 46-yard line of Texas City.
Yeah, once they come across the line and make contact, that ball's dead.
Yeah.
Well, if they make contact, if they just go across and come back, it's a live ball play if they're not back before the snap of that ball. And that's what you saw there, was they let that play go as a play.
All right.
Stings also lucky he got away with a face mask on Williams. 1st and 10, Williams back, pump fake, steps up, throws, has a man downfield, incomplete.
Oh.
Had Demetrius James, but overthrew him.
Well, I tell you what, that'll take you 8 and 9 men out of the box so you continue to throw that kind of play, guys.
Well, he had a step on him that time. It just
he did.
got to get that accuracy down.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, the Marque receivers that haven't been wide open have consistently been able to get a step.
So 2nd down and 10 at the 46-yard line, 1:38 to go first quarter. Cougs in a shotgun. They'll hand it off to Daquan Jones. Spins, breaks one tackle, still going around the 40.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe to around the 39-yard line. Number 99, Charles Hawkins, was the last defender who had a hand on him, but not before he got 6. So 3rd and 4, Cougars going with a no-huddle set now. 3rd and 4 again, 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Daquan Jones in the backfield. Jalen Williams getting the play from Coach Mike Jackson. Play clock is still in his favor easily at 15 as we go inside 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Williams gets the snap, handoff's going to be to Jones, tries to turn the corner and won't. Still going, you'll get a yard, maybe 2, as the Stings did a good job. Number 4, Daquan Thompson, one of the defenders on the play, but it's going to hold them to about a yard, actually, no gain. So we will go with a 4th down, actually a 4th and 3 coming up, actually 4th and 2.
Seeing a wholesale swap out of players here. Kind of like Lamarck's going to set up in a punt formation, but
never know. Datron Cole is back deep to punt for Lamarck. Stings not quite full, so they don't have anyone back deep. And it will be Cole who will angle the punt high. See if it'll get a bit of a Lamarck bounce. Actually, it won't. It's going to bounce forward in the direction, and that ball's going to be down at the 29-yard line. So that punt is going to end up being all of 9 yards.
Yep.
4 seconds to go in the first quarter. So barring the unforeseen, it looks like this will be how the game will go going into the second. Pretty entertaining first quarter, guys. A bit of sloppiness by Texas City with 3 personal foul penalties. But Lamarque, guy like the aggressiveness you've seen from the offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're balancing everything out with that run and that pass. That's something that we obviously didn't see at all last week.
Toss is going to be to Hinton, and Hinton's going to break a couple of defenders and lunges to around the 35-yard line on what will be the last play of the first quarter. Both teams using this big play to get in the end zone at the 1 quarter of play. It's Lamarque 7, Texas City 7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. The second quarter here at Stingray Stadium, tied 7-7. Lamarque and Texas City in the annual Battle by the Bay. Stings facing a 2nd and 4 at their own 35-yard line as they will now go empties in the backfield. Snap is going to be to, looks like number 6. Is that Hinton? Number 5, actually Mull, going in at Wildcat set. Gains about 3, maybe 4. So a 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Stings at the 39-yard line.
Demetrius James got some help in there, but he was the first man there that hit him. Got some help by Daytron Cole and others in that Lamarque linebacking core.
Stings showing a variety of looks here. Their formations now go back to the I set with Hinton in the deep back. And it will go to Hinton, and Hinton's got room. Actually, that's number 3, Robert Frank. He will easily get the first down.
Yeah, he was through that hole in that defensive line very, very quickly. He went untouched through the first 4.
Gain of 7 will make it 1st and 10 for the Stings at their own 46-yard line. We're in the opening moments of the second quarter, tied 7-7 here. Stings break the huddle with number 13, Chris Ponder at quarterback. Frank is in the backfield with Ponder. They will go with 2 wide receivers to the near side. Ponder back, steps up, tries to throw the screen, and that is going to get next to nothing. Incomplete pass. Dangerously close to being a lateral.
Oh, it was. The referee had the hand backwards like that. Where that ball went out of bounds is where they're going to mark it.
So the Stings are going to end up losing 4 on that screen, so make it 2nd down at 14.
Good call there, ref. Good call, ref.
Well, you saw that man with the white hat with that right arm out. He was clearly indicating that was a backwards pass.
Stings fortunate that they ran that play near there so close to the sideline, because you had about 3 or 4 Lamarque defenders pouncing in on that ball as it went out of bounds. Mull again in at Wildcat. He will take the carry. Has room, get to around a 44-yard line. That play got shut down as 52 Tenor and 53 Tenor and 52 Edwards there on the stop.
That's it. Edwards and Tenor did a fine job of reading that one.
3rd down and 11 now.
Stop them right here, guys. We'll be able to get good field position.
3rd and 11 with 9:40 to go here in the first half as the Stings move some personnel into the field. Ponder again at quarterback. Frank is the deep back. They'll go 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. And in motion, and it's going to be a reverse. And that's not going to fool much of anybody. Weaver
Especially
got blown
Edwards. Up. Edwards said, I can read that one like a kid's book. And he did.
There you go, C-spot hit, and that's exactly what that was.
Read him like a kid's book. I love it.
No gain as the Stings will be forced to punt, as we will see Marshall Cervic doing the kicking duties for the Stingrays. LaDarian Ellis-Jones back deep. He is lined up at around the 23 of Lamarque. We're starting to see the stadium lights pop up. We are reaching twilight here on a Friday night in Texas City. Cervic gets the snap. Goes with the soccer-style punt. And not the prettiest of kicks, but it's going to work well for the Stings. Jones will just let that go.
Yeah.
as the ball will roll dead at around the 16-yard line.
Pretty effective kick.
Ugly as all get out, it worked.
39 yards, and he got the Stings.
Plus, also, it didn't allow the run back.
Exactly, and the Cougs with their worst field position of the night. They've had good field position to start their drives thus far until now.
Now we need that long drive, guys.
We need that Demetrius James pass.
That will be there. I'm pretty sure you will see that at some point again tonight. We'll call it 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line after a 38-yard punt. Williams snapped to Quan Jones in motion. Hand up is going to be to Ellis Jones, and he is going to be stopped. Stings were able to sniff that play out.
And -1 on that play.
Ellis Jones on the carry for the Cougars.
Number 99 again, Hawkins on the stop.
Number 57,
I'm hoping we get that to see the arm of that quarterback tonight.
57, Chris Sampson also there with the tackle, so a loss of 2.
Makes up 2nd down and 12.
Makes it 2nd down and 12. James is to the near side as the sole receiver.
Well, I believe they expect pass. They switched up coverage.
You've got Jarvis Ford now on James. Man in motion, play fake, back to throw. They'll step up, goes downfield. That ball is going to be incomplete. Actually, ball was caught by Cervic. They'll say out of bounds. Good play by Cervic, playing a good center fielder on that one. Problem was is that he stepped about 2 steps out of bounds.
I'm not familiar with the scouting team, but they scouted this perfectly.
Well, they seeded enough so far this evening so where they're not going to be phased by it. So you saw the good coverage on that play compared to the previous times where Lamarck went up top. 3rd down and 12 as Williams will go in the shotgun. Sting show blitz, low snap. Williams has got to get the ball, loses the football. Still anyone's ball, and the Cougs are going to fall on it for a safety. The Stings are going to take the lead 9-7. Daquan Jones falls on the ball. Fortunately, the Cougs will take that 2 instead of the 6 that it almost would have been. So 7:35 to go here in the first half, and the Stings will take their first lead of the season, 9-7 over Lamarck.
Lamarck will be punting from what, their 30 or the 35?
Don't give me fibbing to you, sir. I'm not sure I know.
We'll soon find out.
Yep.
With 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter, your Texas City Stingrays.
So 7 minutes, 35 seconds. To go first half, it's 9-7 Lamarck, trailing.
For you in the first quarter in Galveston, Monterrey de Nuevo Leon.
There's a lot of frustration down on the sideline right now.
I can understand why.
And I believe the guys just probably need to settle down and bring it back together. Because it's not skill, it's mistakes.
It's simple mistakes, things that can easily be corrected. It's not discipline.
20-yard line.
So they will punt from the 20.
Free kick. It's a punt or a placed ball.
And it looks like it'll be a placed ball as Rubio is in there.
Tech City will still end up with pretty good field position.
Oh, there's no doubt that they will.
They have to watch the triggeration on this.
Oh, back deep. Looks like number Weaver 9, Edmonds 12. Back deep, so you definitely have to take account for Edmonds. High kick floating near the sideline, fielded by the Stings, midfield to around the 45, close to the 40. That was number 26, Jared Hernandez fielding that kick. And the Stings are going to get very good field position here at the 41-yard line with 7:28 to go here in the first half. And like you said, Coach, the Cougs just need to settle down a bit. They got the touchdown, but it seemed like they got jarred a bit after that kickoff return.
Yeah, listening to the chatter of the D-line, they're a little disappointed in themselves. So they can bounce back from that.
Oh, there's certainly no doubt that they can bounce back, but right now you've got Texas City with a lot of momentum right now.
Tech City just got 5-yard penalty. I mean, Lamarck was penalized 5 yards.
So
Not sure what that is.
So that's going to push the ball down to the 37-yard line. As Ponder will be in at quarterback. Hinton in the backfield with him. Weaver's the man in motion, and they will give it to Weaver. We'll cut back, and we'll get maybe a yard out of it.
Yeah, short yardage play. It's a whole group of
Number 9,
Cougars
Weaver
got down
on
that
carry
way,
for the
including
Stingrays.
number 4.
Number 4, Gerald Johnson.
Gerald Johnson.
Also number 50, Emil Fleming in there as well.
1 yard gain on the play.
Short
Second
game
down
makes it
and
second
9.
down and 9, 7:06 to go first half. Stings driving it upright now, 9-7 after the safety. Inside 7 minutes to go in the first half. And right now, Ponder is going to be in shotgun with Hinton in the backfield with him as the Stings go to 4 wide receiver set. Ponder rolls out, has pressure, will
Keep
drive
it himself.
forward,
Yep.
and will get about maybe a
Half
yard or
yard?
two.
Yep.
You might get a yard or two.
Guys, that missed excellent tackle is what we need. We need somebody to get blowed up in that backfield.
Yep.
He barely missed him that time. It's coming. It's coming. I believe it.
Third down.
Gain of 1. So 3rd and 8 now coming up for the Stingrays. 6:14 to go first half as they lead 9-7 over at Lamar. Stings will bring in some fresh personnel here in a passing situation. Play clock is now down to 10. I would probably bet you that Leland Servik's going to use one of his 3 timeouts.
Looks like he's going to have to.
That play clock is down to 3-2, and there you go. Servik uses a timeout. 5:53 to go first half. It is Texas City 9, Lamar 7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. After the timeout, which will leave Texas City with 1. 5:53 to go second quarter. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Stings as they have the ball at the Lamar 35-yard line. Change in quarterback now for Texas City as it's 14. Heathcock rolls out to the far side, steps up, throws. Ball is going to be incomplete.
Had a man open over there on the
he
far
did.
side.
14.
Had a man incomplete, looking like it was Fennell.
Number 5.
I
Actually,
expected
it was Mole.
I expected a pass play sooner or later
23, Brenton Jones.
from the Texas City offense. I believe that the momentum and enthusiasm, that was, you know how we say the cream rise to the top? I believe the adrenaline is kind of going down now.
So an interesting scenario for Servik and the Stings. 4th and 8 at the 35-yard line up Lamar.
And again, they've got their captain over there on the sideline. The play clock is already down
And
to 5.
Neil will use that last time out coming up here with 5:48 to go in the first half. And they will. Timeout by Texas City, 5:47 to go in the first half. It is Lamar trailing Texas City 9-7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. So we don't see Marshall Servik on the field, so it looks like the Cougs are going to have to prepare for this Texas City offense on a 4th and 8. 5:46 to go first half.
You can bet Hinton is the man on this one.
Ponder is in at quarterback now for the Stings as Weaver, actually Mullen motion, play fake, Ponder back, steps up, throws, goes downfield, has a man wide open, and the ball is caught, touchdown.
Touchdown, Stingrays. Chris Ponder to Brandon Edmonds.
Brandon Edmonds strikes again, second touchdown of the night. 35-yard catch. And the Stings now take a 15-7 lead over Lamar with 5:40 to go in the first half.
What's disappointing about that, more obviously than the 6 points, is the fact that everybody knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But the defender jumped a little too early.
He did, but he was still beat by a couple of yards, so
Yep.
he shouldn't have been in that situation to where he had to jump.
So we'll await the extra point for Marshall Servik. And we'll go with the conventional point after. Snap, hold, kick is up, kick's going to be good. So with 5:40 to go here in the first half, it is Texas City now leading Lamar by a count of 16-7. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. 16-7 is our score now after Brandon Edmonds gets his second touchdown of the night. Just won a 35-yard catch from Chris Ponder on a 4th and 8. Got Daquan Jones back deep, also number 3. And that's going to be Tommy Young Cervic's going to kick a line drive that's going to be fielded around the 23-yard line. Has room, 35, 40, and ball's going to be returned to around the 43-yard line. Good return there by Datron Cole. So the Cougs will have good field position at the 43-yard line with 5:34 to go here in the first half. Time for this offense to get it together as they have really sputtered since scoring the touchdown on their second possession.
Yeah, lots of time still in the half. They can still get a nice sustained drive and put some points on the board before we go into halftime. See if we can't take away a little bit of the momentum that Texas City has built up after a safety and then a touchdown off of the kick from that safety.
Ellis Jones in the backfield with Williams. And the motion is Zaquan Jones. And Ellis Jones, again, like you said, Lewis, you're not going to get much against this Texas City front tonight. Gain about a yard, maybe two. Number 75, and that's the big hoss that we were talking about earlier, Andre Smith. Stops that one after a gain, after no gain officially, so 2nd and 10. Cougs are going to win. They're going to have to find a way to get past that interior of Texas City.
That's it.
Well, they have to use what they have.
Man in motion, and they'll go with the counter play, and Jones is in trouble, tries to turn the corner, cuts back, broke one, but he's not going to get past the rest of those things. About 7 defenders eventually dragging Daquan Jones down. And he will lose 3 on that one, so 3rd down and 13. Number 1, the first man there, he will get credit for the stop, Jarvis Ford.
He may have been the first one there, but like you said, there were about 6 others that all swarming right around that same spot.
They did a good job of bottling Jones up. They smelled that play from the outset. Jones really had almost nowhere to go on that one. 3rd down, 13, ball at the 40-yard line. Offset I formation coming up, and the Cougs look like they want to use a timeout, and they will. That's their second up the first half. We'll take it with them. 4:13 to go first half. It's Texas City 16, Lamarck 7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. So after the timeout, which was Lamarck's second, 3rd down and 13 coming up. This is a big 3rd down for Lamarck because you don't want to give Texas City the ball back with all the momentum that they have and a 9-point lead. Williams back, rolls out, steps up, throws. Ball's going to be caught by Ellis Jones. He will be close to a first down.
Be about 3 yards short.
Ball at the 49-yard line.
And that's where we need some diverse offense right now to get these guys on their heels.
Datron Cole will come in and punt with 3:52 to go here in the first half.
10-yard gain on the play.
4th and 3.
4th down and 3.
Marshall Cervic is back deep for the Stings around his own 20-yard line.
He kicks and he returns them too.
He does. You know, this kid's a do-all. Like I said, you can tell that this is a coach's son. 3, they'll get the punt off, and Cole will get a wobbler. And you're not going to get much out of that one. That's going to be stopped at the 37-yard line. So Cole's last 2 punts have produced a total
9
of
and
22
13.
yards.
Yep.
Probably not what you want from your punter with an 11-yard average. Stings are going to get good field position out of this with 3:20 to go. It will be interesting to see if Leland Cervic will try to go for the jugular early in this drive.
I mean, until Lamarck says, hey, we can stop you.
No,
why not?
To work, yeah. I think that Lamarck is definitely going to have to be aware of the presence of Brandon Edmonds. He's accounted for both Texas City touchdowns, the 83-yard kickoff return followed by the 35-yard catch from Ponder. 1st and 10. And it is Ponder at quarterback, the pistol. High snap, actually Mull in a wildcat. And Mull is going to get about a yard, maybe 2.
And number 4, Williams on the stop.
So they will go
Number
no
8,
huddle.
okay.
They'll go no huddle, 2nd and 8. And I was going to be the Frank is in the E. It's going to be jackknife. That is kind of, well, that's exactly what you need. And that's Chris Laws there, guys.
Yeah, he got in that backfield in a hurry. Almost same time he got the handoff.
Read it beautifully. 2:46 to go in the first half. 3rd and 14. You get a stop here. You're still going to have enough time to get the offense one more opportunity to put points up on the board here in the first half.
Nice little ninja move as he brought him down more with the legs than he did with anything else.
Yeah.
Third down, definitely keep your eye on Edmonds. Because you got to think that the Stings are going to try to find a way to get the ball in his hands again. Pistol snap, that ball did not come expected as the Cougars get the stop.
That's fantastic. That's what we need, a little momentum
Edwards
boost
there
over
with
here.
this tackle. Man, slow to get up. We should go ahead and take a timeout here. We will. 2:12 to go first half. It is Texas City 16, Lamarque 7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Lamarque used their final timeout to stop the clock. Number 5, Mull was able to walk off the field under his own power as Cervic is lined up the punt. He is standing around his own 8-yard line with Ellis Jones back around his own 42. Snap by Cervic, and he will hit a line drive. It's going to be in the direction of Jones at around the 45, cuts back midfield. Still going, turns the corner, 45-yard line, and that's where he will go out of bounds at. Looked exciting for a moment, but the Stings did a good job of stretching that play out.
Their pursuit angles were excellent on that play, and I think he was looking at the clock because I think they want to get a full line of plays because from what I'm hearing, they want to score before they go in for the half.
Exactly 2 minutes to go in the first half. They've got good field position at the 46-yard line. No timeouts remaining for the Cougs. And you need a drive to get some momentum back in that offense because it has really not been there in the second quarter. Yeah, I say right now, this is boxing. You're scoring on points. Texas City's front line is definitely winning that battle so far.
Empty backfield.
Williams awaits the snap. Pass is caught by James, 45, cuts it 40-yard line, and again, a good open field tackle by the Stings, and that's number 9, Weaver. That's the second time tonight that he has made a heck of an open field stop. Remember the stop he made on Jones in the first quarter. But it moves the ball forward, a gain of 6, second and 4, 138 and counting here in the first half. Man in motion, Stings able to get that 12th man off the field. Williams rolls out, evades the rush. He'll get a yard, maybe 2 as a flag goes in.
No,
Or is
that's
that
a towel.
It's a
That's
towel. So Williams will get about 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, he needed to make that commitment to run just a fraction of a second earlier. He had a little bit of open room down there, but just hesitation and looking.
Yeah, and also when you've got Devontae Hinton breathing down your neck, you can't hesitate. Third down, they'll go with a quick pass, caught by James, and James is going to be stopped. Again, Weaver with the good open field tackle.
James on the reception.
Just bowled him down. So a gain of 2, 4th and 1, 50 seconds and counting.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down and 1. Big stop, big opportunity coming up here. Hand up is going to be to Ellis Jones, and he will get the first down.
That ought to stop the clock,
It
right?
will with 37 seconds to go as the chains will be moved.
Jones on the carry for the Cougars.
Guys, I think they're going to try one over the top. It worked. They're in deep on them, but I believe that they can overcome this.
They'll look for the quick spike, and they will get it. Stops the clock at 32 seconds. Actually, they should put 2 more seconds on it as the clock now officially reads 30.5 seconds.
Now, this is going to be an exciting moment right here.
We're going to get a chance to see how creative Mike Jackson is. We know how creative he can be, but we're going to need this one here.
I suggest a little trickeration. What about you?
Oh, turnabout is fair play, especially when you're dealing with Texas City. Second down and 10. Ball's at the 34-yard line, up the Stings. Williams in shotgun, drops back, rolls to the right. Ball incomplete, and that's going to be a penalty.
And we may have a holding.
Williams got punished by number 99, Charles Hawkins. Again, that's a name that we have called frequently here in the first half. If it's not Hawkins or Weaver or Hinton, those 3 guys have really set the tone for the Texas City defense here in the first half.
Got holding against Lamarque over there on that far side, pancake block, and then just laid on him. Can't do that.
Takes the ball back to the 44-yard line, 27 seconds to go first half. Makes it second down and 20. 4 wide as Young and Cooper are lined up to the near side. You've got James and Ellis Jones to the far as they will now spot the ball. So second down and 20 coming up. 27 seconds to go first half. Williams back, pressure coming, steps up, gets the screen, breaks the tackle, cuts it back, still going as he will step out of bounds and around the 35-yard line. So they'll get it close to the original lineup scrimmage.
Even just 20 seconds left on the clock, however.
That'll be actually a gain of 10 on the screenplay. He did step out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 20 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely 4-down territory with 2 plays and 20 seconds to get this 10 yards.
Don't have to get it all in one shot. Just need to get the first down. Williams awaits the snap. Low snap again. Drops back. Rolls near side. Jump pass is going to be caught. Caught by Young, and the clock is going to run down. 10 seconds. 9. Tick, 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 tick. 7. 6. Tick, tick, tick. Do we get a chance? It's 4th and 12. You can't spike it. 2, 1. Won't get it off.
Yeah,
as the Lamar Cougars, after the opening drive, after that second drive, the Cougars offense really non-existent as the Stingrays have taken momentum since the kickoff return for a score by Brandon Edmonds. Halftime coming up. It is now Texas City 16, Lamarck 7. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Enjoy the halftime.
There you go.
Start of the third quarter coming up here at Stingray Stadium. It is Texas City 16, Lamarck 7 in the annual Battle by the Bay. Brandon Williams along with Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr. The coach William Sowell is up here with us in the second half. And of course, down on the midfield, we have got actually around the 35-yard line, senior stats, Lewis Perrin Sr. Guys, plain and simple, no offense in the second quarter, and that's part of the reason why this team is down 9. It feels at times as if that offense was in the midst of a sleepwalking gym.
Well, I tell you what, if I could spell lethargic, I'd spell it to these boys, but I can't. But that's what they were. It was really bad in that second quarter. One sustained drive in the entire half, and 45 yards of that were the help of the Team Zebra down there. So, I mean, it's been tough, guys, and Lamarck is really going to have to step it up in this second half if they want to present themselves as the team they're supposed to be.
I'm going to try to be basic with it, say that they need to open the playbook. That's the problem, because you're coaching against a great coach. Texas City coach is a great coach, and his trickeration, whatever Brandon calls it, is really working well. And he's going to have, and this may be a game like last week, that we go right down to the wire, and whoever has the best tricks is going to win the game.
Right now, Texas City with the momentum, 16 unanswered points after Lamar scored that first touchdown on the 21-yard catch by Daquan Jones from Jalen Williams. It took Texas City 11 seconds to tie it up on the 83-yard kickoff return by Brandon Edmonds. The safety then made it 9-7, and then on the ensuing drive, Texas City converted at 4th and 8. Nice grab in the end zone by Brandon Edmonds on a 35-yard pass from Chris Ponder. And that's where we stand right now as we start the second half.
Good news is Lamarck will be receiving the ball. They deferred in the first half, so they're going to be starting out on offense. Now's the time when they need to get it going quickly.
Yes, sir. They need to really just get out, and I mean a sustained drive, hit them real hard and fast.
I think the thing that you have to also realize is that Texas City's front line has just done a great job of keeping Lamarck's ground game in check.
Yes, sir.
They have not been able to do much of anything, between the tackles, and Texas City's done a good job of spacing out their linebackers as far as keeping that corner away from Daquan Jones.
That's right. They have not. The strategy they've used is very clever. They know that you utilize the outside a lot, and so they stretch those linebackers just a little bit. They're giving them the middle, but they also have Hinton in the middle, and so they're trying to close both side doors and the middle door, and so they're daring us to run all 3 directions.
And talking about run, Alan Cooper, has he touched the ball yet tonight,
Not
guys?
yet. Not yet.
Leland Servik is set to kick off for the Stings. Back deep for Lamarck. Looks like Daquan Jones. Jones is actually lined up at around the 26. You've got Jones. You've got James. And it looks like Tommy Young, actually number 3, is back deep. So we'll await the kick from Marshall Cervic to start the third quarter, and we are underway. It's a squib kick. One hopper that the Stings will just let Lamarque fall on. And that ball was recovered by number 74, Lamarque.
Wow, Texas City they never failed to come up with something. Eh?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure that wasn't by design, guys.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Wow.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars, 35-yard line. Cougars have had decent field position for most of the first half.
Only once inside their own 20.
Jalen Williams will go in a shotgun set. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. As Daquan Jones is in the backfield, will move him over to the near side. Williams awaits the snap, drops back, quick screen is going to be to Cooper. Cooper breaks 1 tackle before he's dragged down around the 37-yard line. Gain of about 2 on that play. So the first time this evening we see Alan Cooper with the reception. So a gain of around 3. So we'll make it 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line. Moves again 4 wide. Daquan Jones in the backfield with Jalen Williams. 4 up front for the Stings. Cooper in motion, and that's actually going to be Williams calling his own number, and that is not going to get much of anything. Stings smoked that play out quickly. Number 4, Daquan Thompson on the stop, along with number 75, Andre Smith.
And Brendan, you notice that what you said earlier, they're doing it again, but now they're bringing the safety down. So that's not going to work tonight. They're going to have to get another strategy. That stretch play is being shut down on both sides.
Well, it also doesn't help matters much when they run their stretch play to the short side of the field.
3rd down and 9 after a loss of 2. And 4 wide for Williams. And he will drop back, steps up, throws, goes downfield looking for LaDarian Ellis-Jones, who makes the catch! LaDarian Ellis-Jones with a huge reception that will put the ball at the 46-yard line of Texas City.
And I don't know if Lockwood talked to the coach, but they're doing what we said they need to do. Pass it, run it. Pass it, run it.
And Ellis-Jones, who caught the game winner last week against Ball, with a huge reception that keeps this drive going.
Yeah, he adjusted well to that ball, guys.
19-yard gain on that play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of Texas City. Williams calls his own number. Actually, it's going to be Jones, and Jones will gain around 3, maybe 4. A huge hit there by number 1, Jarvis Ford. But it's going to move the ball to around the 41-yard line. So it's a pickup of 5 on that play.
Back in the day, those two were best friends of my little league team. Now they're knocking each other out.
Oh, they'll knock each other out for the next few moments or so, but there'll be some handshakes and friendly love afterwards. 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line up the Stings. Williams will hand the ball off to Ellis-Jones, and Ellis-Jones,
Boy, he's taking some licks, but boy,
Yeah,
he
he
just
is.
gets
he's
right
taking
back
some
up.
shots. You know, and definitely you saw that mutual respect by the number 6s, Devontae Hinton and LaDarian Ellis-Jones. Gain up 4.
Did you notice the adjustment? They're bringing it from outside to the inside.
3rd down 1 coming up. And it's going to be Jalen Williams. He'll move behind that line, and he will move the chains and a 1st down. So we are seeing some life now for this Lamarque offense. As the ball is spotted now at the 32, actually the 34-yard line.
I'm glad to see Coach Jackson run at Hinton. And if you run at him and wear him down, he's playing offense and defense. Run at him, wear him down. You've eliminated one of the major threats.
Ellis-Jones in the backfield with Williams. So we'll make some adjustments here. Again, they'll go with their 4 wide receiver set. Play clock down to 9. Williams looking at his play sheet. Waiting to snap. He'll get it. Quick catch by Cooper. Cooper to the 30. Cooper inside the 30 to around the 27-yard line. So a quick gain of 7 there. Right now, Cougars using those quick hitters both with the run and pass.
That's actually the only way to affect this defense because they are almost as quick as Lamarque is.
You have to take advantage of their aggressiveness, and that's what the Cougars are doing here in this drive. 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line. 8:59 to go, third quarter, and it's going to be Ellis Jones, and this time he's going to be stopped maybe a yard. Hinton on the stop along with Ford. So they will say he gained 2, so 3rd and 3. 3rd and 2. Go ahead, Coach.
I really like what I see now. Hinton has his hands on his hips. Coach has a great strategy, run right at it. He won't be effective on offense if they burn him out on defense.
Ford goes out of the game. 3rd and 2 at the 27-yard line. That play will stop. It's going to be an offsides. As Jalen Williams drew the Stings offsides, it's going to move the chains. So that cadence of Jalen Williams is a huge asset here on that one. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 10 at the 22 of Texas City.
Finish the drive, guys. Finish the drive.
Excellent. Now we're about to get in that infamous red zone.
It was the dread zone last week. Just 1 of 4 inside the red zone as we are knocking on the door of it right now at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Ellis Jones in the backfield with Williams. Daquan Jones will take the corner to the 15, out of bounds and around the 13-yard line.
That's the Daquan Jones we like to see.
So he's going to be pretty close to a first down. We'll see where they spotted him at. They'll spot him at the 13, so he's about a yard short of a first down. 2nd and 1 coming at the 13-yard line. 8:17 to go, third quarter. Cougars are moving this drive with some purpose.
Yes, sir.
Again, Jones in motion. He'll hand off to Ellis Jones. He will move the ball inside the 10 to around maybe the 7-yard line. Make it 1st and goal, Lamarck.
Guys, I believe the plan is in place. I notice Hinton still has his hands on his hips. Coach
There's
Jackson.
a couple of guys with their hands on their hips.
That's right. Coach Jackson has the right strategy.
You see that no huddle coming. Ellis Jones in the backfield. Daquan Jones in motion. There'll be a counter to Ellis Jones. He doesn't get much as the Stings were able to snuff that one out.
All right, come on. Don't squander this drive now, guys. Come on. Let's go.
Loss of 1 will make it 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
If the quarterback had the courage, if he'd have kept that ball, he was by himself, wasn't he?
He was all by himself over here.
See it, maybe Jackson saw what we saw as well, or perhaps used that. Man in motion to the far side. It's going to be Williams. Turns the corner, has room. He is dunked hard at around the 5-yard line. Wicked hit by number 15, and that is Jarek Charles, junior linebacker.
Well, one thing we do know, he saw what we saw.
Yep. That time it only worked for 2.
Right.
Definitely 4-down territory here. I'm not sure as to how much faith the Cougs have in using a field goal attempt here. 3rd and goal. And it's going to be Jones in the end zone.
There we
Counting
go.
touchdown.
Now
There
we're
we
talking.
Cash it in,
Now we're
cha-ching.
talking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's the ticket right there, guys.
Yes, sir. You got to cash it in when you get down that close.
Guys, I believe that was the little man on that one.
They're playing their song, guys. Daquan Jones with the touchdown run. 5-yard run.
How many minutes on the clock on that? That was a 5-minute drive.
That was a 5-minute, 56-second drive. Rubio set to kick the extra point. And kick is up. Kick is going to be good.
Oh,
yeah, baby.
7:04 to go, third
2 for
quarter.
2.
New score. It is Texas City 16, Lamarque 14. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Nice drive by the Cougars. And it cuts that gap to 16-14 after the 5-yard run by Daquan Jones.
Defense needs to get him a turnover, guys.
That's right. Stay ready for this trickery right here.
Rubio set the kick. You got to keep an eye on Edmonds. Number 12. And it looks like Frank, number 3, back deep. High kick. He hammers this one to around the 8-yard line for Edmonds. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He'll be dragged down at around the 37-yard line. And the Stings are going to get good field position. Tail of the tape on that scoring drive. It's going to be 13 plays. 13-play drive.
10 rush.
10 rushes, 3 passes, and it's capped off by the 5-yard run by Daquan Jones. So 1st and 10, Stings at the 37-yard line as they get their first drop in the third quarter. And like you said, Coach, in the break, defense needs to stop.
That's right.
You know, carry some of that momentum back to Lamarque.
That's right. We need a steel curtain right here.
Oh, yeah, you need a 3 and out. Ponder under center. Handoff is going to be, looks like to Frank. And Frank's got in the corner, midfield, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5 touchdown. For the second time tonight, the Stings reply with a quick strike, this time in the form of Robert Frank and a 63-yard touchdown.
That's just excellent running.
Wow. You think you had all the momentum coming back to you, and in just a span of seconds, it is just taking the air out of this Lamarque crowd. Quick strikes again for Texas City.
Yeah, Texas City player down.
We'll go
Looks
ahead
like a cramp situation.
We'll go ahead and take the break. 6:43 to go, third quarter. It's Texas City 22, Lamarque 14. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Player able to get off the field under his own power as we await the extra point by Marshall Surovic. That would make it 23-14 with 6:43 to go, third quarter. The ability to strike quick, and that was probably one of the big questions that Texas City had after losing the Foreman twins last season. Kick is up. Kick is going to work its way over.
Just barely.
You don't get style points for it, but you get it in nonetheless. It is Texas City 23, Lamarque 14. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Marshall Surovic set to kick the ball off after Texas City goes 63 yards and all at one play. Robert Frank taking the corner and sprinting the distance. As Surovic's going to kick a line drive. It's going to be fielded by Jones at around the 19-yard line. Goes to the 30, 35, 40 before he is going to be dragged down and around the 37-yard line. Low pushed and shoving, but fortunately no flag. And Edmonds on the tackle.
Does it all, doesn't he?
Wow.
I tell you, you'll be hard-pressed to find a player of the game. We've got another guy down. Looks like a cramp monster got him. We'll take the break. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Texas City 23, Lamarque 14. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 1st and 10 for Lamarque. They'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line. 6:35 to go, third quarter. Cougs down 23-14, and it seems like every time Lamarque gets close and gets close to taking that momentum back, Texas City just snatches it away. Quan Jones' motion will be the handoff to Jones as he turns the corner, 45, and he's going to be awful close to a first down.
Good run.
That's the kind of running we need.
So we are seeing a more focused, more intense Lamarque offense here in the second half.
Well, let's hope that the defense get the message.
Exactly. They will give him the first down, so 1st and 10 at midfield. 6:11 to go, third quarter. Stings leading 23-14 over Lamarque here in the 2014 edition of the Battle by the Bay. Cougs in a wing set, man in motion, and they'll hand it off to Ellis Jones, and not fooled at all as the Texas City defense got to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by number 33, Ralph Anderson. Just got to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
I don't know if it's my offensive mind, but it'd be wonderful if he come down and just once pitch that ball to Cooper, running behind
It's
him.
there.
Yeah, over and over.
2nd and 10. Ball at midfield. 5:25 to go, third quarter. Williams back, has time, steps up, throws the screen, caught by Jones, gets to midfield, and that play was not developed well.
No, not with the blocking.
Gain of 3 on that play. Stings sat back, saw it was coming, and let Jones make the catch, but he did not get much progress. So 3rd and 7 here for the Cougs at the 47-yard line up Texas City with 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. Need to find that same magic you had in the previous drive. Williams under center, 4-man front for Texas City. Williams will call his own number. Actually, it's
inside
not gonna get much of
wraparound
nothing.
handoff.
That wraparound fooled no one. Flag is down as Daquan Jones also down. Lost 3 on that play. Sting's not fooled at all.
24, Jones on the carry.
We'll see what the call is going to be. Doesn't look like it's going to work in favor of Lamarque.
Making a stop in the backfield for the Stingrays.
It's a hold against Lamarque. They will decline it, so it'll be 4th down and 10 at midfield. So you'll see Cole and a punting unit come on for Lamarque.
I hope that's not the pattern that we're going to take for the rest of the game.
And it looks like they've got Edmonds back there. They do. Brandon Edmonds is back deep for Texas City.
He's had
I'd
quite a
kick
game.
away from him. I'd kick away from him.
He is lined up at around his own 10-yard line. Cole with a much better punt. End over end, caught by Edmonds at around the 9. Turns the corner, 15. That's about all he's going to get. Late flag. Tackle was made by Carl Sims, but the officials threw the flag late.
Well, one of the defenders did. I don't know if it's going to be a back block, but I think he's going to call it.
Let's see what the call is going to be. 4:18 to go, third quarter.
How I wish that was a fumble.
Yeah, you need something. You need a big
something,
play from
anything.
this Lamarque defense. We got that last week, with the big fumble recovery in the fourth quarter that led to the game-winning score. You're going to need something similar to this.
Well, we have a different personality in the fourth quarter, so let's hope.
Well, you'd like to use the next 4 minutes and 18 seconds of playtime.
Yes, sir.
Try to make the most of it. So it was a block in the back by Texas City.
Excellent.
So that's going to pin them fairly deep in their own territory.
Half the distance to the goal.
This may be what we need.
So it looks like they will be starting at around the 8. Spot the ball right exactly at the 8-yard line. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go, third quarter. And you've got to find a way to keep the quick strike from happening.
Or better yet, turn it to our advantage with the safety.
Ponder is at quarterback. Toss play is going to be, looks like was it Edmonds? Looks like it was Edmonds on the carry.
It was Edmonds, and they had him wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Or, I'm sorry, it wasn't wrapped up. They hit him right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep going, turn that thing into a nice gain of 7.
Actually, first carry of the night, it was Xavier Simpson. That was on the carry, number 28.
All right, Kenneth Edwards had him in the backfield. Couldn't hold him.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3 coming up. 2 wide receivers to the near side as the Stings doing a nice set with Simpson still in the deep set. And up is to Simpson, breaks a couple of tackles, and he will move the chains and will get a first down at around the 21-yard line.
And what we see happening, guys, is the defenders are getting their hands on them, but they're not making the tackles. He was touched in the backfield again by number 58 that time.
Ball is
That's Chris Laws, yep.
Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. So that moves the chains with 3:26 remaining here in the third quarter.
We really haven't been able to call a whole lot of defensive numbers for most of the night.
Not at
No, we
all.
haven't.
That's the first time we've called Chris Law's name.
Not at all. Texas City has done a good job of exploiting this Lamarque defense. Handoff again is going to be to Simpson. Breaks the tackle.
breaks another tackle.
Almost broke out of there completely. Good ankle tackle.
Tell me that wasn't Chris Laws.
That was Samuel. That was
That was Chris Law.
That's Chris Laws
Chris
again.
Law's in the backfield,
Wow.
yeah, but
If he
not
could get
able
his
to
hand,
wrap it.
if he can wrap up, he'd
50.
be great. He's so fast.
That was Fleming there on the stop, grabbing the ankles up Simpson. Because Simpson had some real estate ahead of him if Fleming doesn't make the tackle.
Well, we're seeing Chris Laws do what we haven't seen him do all day, so maybe he's cranking it up now. 'Cause he was outstanding last week.
Third down, 2nd and 7, at the 25-yard line. Again, they go the eye set. Receivers on either side. Hand off again to Simpson. 25 was going to carry the pile to around the 29-yard line. We'll leave him about 2 yards short of the first down as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Coach, they're blowing some holes in the middle there.
Man,
you
terrible.
notice?
Yes.
Yeah,
Moving
they are
some
really
personnel.
moving the ball up the middle.
Getting some personnel changes. Number 15, DeMarco Gitry coming in for Lamarque.
Well, you know how it is. You find a soft spot, you just keep punching it till it gives.
Yeah, but to move Emil Fleming is a pretty good feat.
Yeah. Texas City's got a big offensive line, and that's got a huge edge on Lamarck when you look at that size. Handoff actually is going to be a rollout. Ponder steps up, throws. Ball is going to be incomplete.
We needed that.
Cervic might have outcoached himself on that one.
Yes, sir. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's how I see it.
You were pounding the ball
Exactly.
up the middle. You tried to get cute and did not work. So the Cougs will get the ball back with 1:40 to go here in the third quarter.
Exactly. I think he was having a little too much fun.
Actually, we're looking at Dante Hayes was the intended receiver, so they were looking for a big 6'5", 250-pounder to make a play over the, on the near side.
Well, you know, they like the big backs. Remember last year, the twin, he was a pretty big guy, about 210, 220.
Yeah.
So they kind of like the big back concept in Tech City.
Deontay Foreman and his brother Armani, both of them did see action in the University of Texas season opener against North Texas last weekend.
That's fantastic. I love to see the Galveston County players get to play when they go to first year in college.
You know, and Armani Foreman actually had a nice gain on a reverse.
Really, that's great.
4th down and 3 coming up. Ellis Jones is lined up in his own 40. Still wastes the punt from Cervic. Here we go, the soccer style, and that is not going to work.
We'll take that.
All right.
Yeah, that's a 4-yard kick.
Trickery backfired. Okay.
You saw the last 2 plays. Texas City simply got cute. There's really no other way of putting it.
And they're doing it again.
Yeah, you've got an opportunity to just pound the ball, and wear a defense down. Instead, you go to play action that missed on 3rd down, and you try to show some creativity on a punt on 4th down, and lo and behold, you get a 3-yard punt.
Well,
Sets Lamarck up right at the 32-yard line.
Great field position, 1:34 to go. You'd like to put this in before the end of the 3rd quarter and go into 4th with some serious momentum. Lay fake, swings the ball out. It's going to be to James, and James is going to spin his way to around the 29-yard line. So a gain of about 3 on the pass. That's going to make it 2nd down and 7 with 1:17 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
I'd love to see a corner pass right now. I think it would work.
So 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line. So we approach the 1-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Again, the wing set for the Cougs. And they will turn the corner. It's going to be Jones.
That's Cooper.
Cooper 25 inside the 20. So
That's
Cooper.
First carry of the night.
He's had a couple receptions, but that first carry of the night is a gain of 9 and puts the ball at the 20-yard line.
And the guy almost had him in the backfield, but man, Cooper put on the afterburners and just passed on by him.
We need
that
another
defender, that defender caught some serious air on that one. James is the sole receiver to the far side. They'll hand it off to Ellis Jones, and Ellis Jones is going to burrow his way to around the 19, maybe the 18-yard line, so it's a pickup of 3. Cougs have time enough to run at least one more play. They'll go with the no huddle here with 33 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll call it a gain of 2, so 2nd down and 8 at the 19-yard line as we approach 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Again, wing set. DaQuan Jones in motion. It's actually Jones still going. DaQuan Jones works his way down to around the 13-yard line.
Boy, helmets went flying on that one.
Helmets, bodies, you name it. Everything started flying, but Jones got 6
that was
to
Mr.
end
Cooper.
the 3rd quarter. Let's get the 4s up. We need to get some work to do here in Lamarck. 4s are up here on the Lamarck side as 3 quarters are complete. It is Texas City 23, Lamarck 14. Coug Sports Net will be right back.
All right.
23-14, started up the 4th quarter. Cougs with the ball at 3rd and 2 at the Texas City 13-yard line. Man in motion, bodies moving. They'll throw the fade route. Ball is going to be up in the air, and that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. It's a free play. Demetrius James with the score. It It was only a matter of time before the Cougars got that opportunity. And Demetrius James with the 13-yard score. Cash it in. Cha-ching.
That's right. Texas City is on shock.
Boy, he went up and he fought for that ball too, guys.
He did.
The guy didn't take him seriously when he went out for the pass because they thought the play was about to stop.
The play was dead. That again, it just shows you.
Oh, we got a player down. We got a player down, so let's take a quick
break. Let's go ahead and take the break. It's 23-20, 11:56 to go. Cougs Sports Net will be right back. So we are awaiting the extra point from Rubio. He's 2 for 2 thus far. But Darian Ellis-Jones is the holder. And a successful PAT will make this a 23-21 game with 11:56 to go here in the contest. And its safety looms large as of right now. Snap, hold, kick is up. Rubio hammered that one straight down the middle. You talk about a young man who is gaining some confidence.
3 for 3.
That's right.
Rubio 3 for 3, and it is 23-21. Texas City leading Lamarque. 11:56 to go in the game. Cougs Sports Net will be right back. Rubio set the kick off, and you gotta like the confidence of this young man. 3 for 3, and that last extra point was kicked with some feeling. It's an onside kick that's loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Cougars.
Yes,
Mike Jackson. Oh, the genius of the doctor.
All right. We said the touchdown, the break, and the score.
The doctor is in the house, and the recovery made by number 26. That's Dylan Billiot, guys.
All right, guys, we got the break.
That's the break. The coach called it. It's the break you need. Now, what are you going to do with it?
We need the last part of that equation, the score.
And right now, the Cougars get the ball back on the onside, 1st and 10 at the 45, and you've got a Texas City defense that's been out there for a bit in the second half.
And And as a coach and announcer and anybody that can serve at the concession stand, no, hurry up offense. Williams
under center. They'll give it to Daquan Jones, and he is going to be stuffed after about a yard.
Is that Daquan or Cooper?
That was Daquan Jones on the run.
Okay.
Got maybe a yard.
Boy, he had a hole there, and boy, it closed in a hurry.
Hey, these guys are quick.
Number 9, Weaver. We've called this name frequently tonight.
Come on, guys.
Got to call it officially a gain of 2, so make it 2nd down and 8.
Take advantage.
At the 43 of Texas City, 11:25 remaining in the game. Williams back. It's a free play. Ball's going to be caught by James. James is going to
should have spin it outside.
Get to around the 41-yard line, but
I don't see a flag down.
There's no flag. There is one down. I think, no, there is no flag. So it's just a quick hitter that gains a couple of yards. Actually 1 yard, so 3rd down and 7 at the 42-yard line. So the Cougars are going to put this offense into a shotgun set. They'll go 4 wide with Ellis-Jones in the backfield. And it was going to be new Ellis-Jones, and Jones gets past the 40 to around the 39-yard line. So a gain of 3, 4th and 4. What do you do here?
Go for it.
I think you do. You've got the momentum in your favor.
Cooper this side, run the jet play.
Exactly. Situation like this, you want your best playmaker, one of your best playmakers, or perhaps your fastest guy. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some play action involving Jones.
They're going to try and draw him
first. Play clock at 18, and they'll use a timeout. 10:15 to go. 4th quarter. Texas City leading 23-21. Cougs Sports Net will be right back. 4th down and 4 coming up for the Cougars as the ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. Cougs going forward here. But Darian Ellis-Jones is in the backfield.
And they bring in the house this time.
And you can see basically 9 men in the box. And it's going to be Williams actually.
Oh.
Ball was fumbled, and it's picked up by the Stings. And that's going to be a touchdown. The ball was fumbled. Can't see who recovered it, but the ball popped loose. Ralph Anderson. Oh, a backbreaker right there.
Yeah.
Big plays on Texas City. 3 big plays tonight.
Yep.
A 63-yard return. Wow. Again, like you said, Mike, it's just big plays.
Yep.
And that's basically what it really was.
Texas City had the kickoff return. They had that one run from scrimmage.
Yep.
And then a big play here on the turnover.
The big plays count same score.
That's
Yep.
right.
Oh, I know. So I say that's what frustrates the dickens out of you. You work and work and work to get the 3 scores you got.
Mm-hmm. Kick is up. Kick is good. New score with 10:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's now Texas City 30, Lamarque 21. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 10:03 to go now as Texas City strikes again. A 63-yard fumble return by Ralph Anderson makes it 30-21. As Marshall Cervic is set to kick the ball off. Daquan Jones is deep, and they won't challenge him. So one hopper that's lost by Richard. Breaks one tackle, breaks a couple more, and he's going to be dragged down around the 32-yard line. And Demetrius James is running off the field. You know, there's looks something wrong with his hand. Have to take a close eye on him because you cannot afford to have your best receiver out. Cougars will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Tommy Young, number 3, is going to come in and replace Demetrius James. Well, it looks maybe, did he dislocate something? I'm looking at the official.
Stinger?
Yeah, Stinger maybe?
No, he looked like his hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll go to the shotgun set, 4 wide. Williams awaits the snap, low snap, drops back, steps, and finds some room, 40 to around the 43-yard line. So we've seen Jalen Williams show some running ability here tonight. His best run of the evening is a gain of 11. That's going to put the ball at the 43-yard line with 9:49 to go. Show some smarts on that one. Saw a huge hole, was able to take advantage of it for a gain of 11. Again, they'll go 4 wide. Stings at 4-man front. And it's going to be Daquan Jones, and he is going to get to around a 45-yard line. That ball popped
came
loose,
out
and
again.
fortunately the Cougars were able to fall on it. That was Terran Gaines, number 79, falling on the ball. And again, that Stingray front line, they got some shots put on them in the third quarter. But right now, again, it's just really a case of where anytime they have been challenged, they rose up to the occasion. 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line. 9:14 to go, fourth quarter. Williams back, steps up, evades one man, evades a second, gets to around midfield, so he'll pick up about 5 on the carry.
And guys, if he just let that go, Ladarian Jones was wide open in the end zone. I like to see the quarterback becoming a factor. Now he's another threat they have to worry about in the backfield.
Exactly. And that was the thing that Coach Jackson talked about when we talked about Jalen Williams in the spring. Guy's a passer, but you cannot fall asleep on him with this running ability. This guy can't hurt you. 3rd down and 3 at midfield with 8:32 and counting. Williams again in shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to Cooper, and Cooper's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Moves the ball to around the 43-yard line, so a pickup of 7 on that play.
Cooper's got some fast feet, doesn't he?
Yes,
He
sir.
does. He was able to move through that pile of black.
If you notice, when he get a step, he usually gets 7 to 10 yards almost every single play.
So 1st and 10 at the 43, 8:16 and counting. Cougs down 9, hands the ball off to Cooper, and Cooper's going to get to around.
Still
The ball
going.
got popped loose. The Stings have the ball again. What can you say?
Well, they're reaching for the ball, and
They
getting
are.
it.
Nathan Stahl, number 10, with the fumble recovery. Second turnover of the night for the Stings.
I was told that number 6 is the master stripper, and he's doing it every time we get a fumble. That's his job.
Again, it is really, Devontae Hint, you see just how talented this young man is.
Well, he's actually been successful twice.
He turned the ball over for the second straight time. Texas City with the ball, 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. 8:06 remaining, so it's going to be about a case of eating the clock. And handoff is going to be, looks like Simpson. Actually, it's going to be number 32. That's going to be Josh Gray with the carry to around the 43-yard line.
Gain of about 4 before he's brought down by the linebacking core of Lamarque.
2nd and 6. At the 43-yard line. 7:36 and counting. Cougs need to get the ball back and fast. Toss in. A ball is popped loose. It's an opportunity for the Cougars. Did they get it back? No, they're going to say that the quarterback fell down before the ball popped loose.
Knee was on the ground before he pitched it.
Oh, man.
I don't like it, but that's what I saw.
It's exactly what you saw. It's a loss of 2 and a missed opportunity right there. You picked that ball up, and that's an opportunity to cut this lead back to 3 with a PAT coming. Still 3rd and 8 now. You can get a stop and get the ball back. Stings in the eye set. Gray is in the backfield. Ponder at quarterback. And it's going to be play action. Ponder rolls out, steps up, throw. A ball is going to be caught. And it's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he got it.
He's got it, yeah, by about a yard.
About a yard.
Now you're seeing the Stings use a variety of players now. It's Ashanti Walker, number 31 with the reception.
Actually, that's one of the first completed passes we've seen tonight from Texas City.
Oh, other than that big play by Edmonds in the second quarter.
That touchdown was a
major pass.
Yeah, that's really when you saw the momentum swing in Texas City's favor. Marque has tried to seize it a couple of times, but have yet to be able to do so. Clock now at 6:13. Stings with a fresh set of downs, and they'll hand the ball off to Gray as he will get thumped. Still on his feet. Breaks another tackle.
Goodness.
Swarm of Cougars finally bring him down. They'll lose yardage. Flag down. And it looks like it's going to be a hold.
I think you declined that.
Yeah, you declined that one. See, it looks like they will give him officially a loss. See how many yards they'll credit him for a loss of. Loss of 4. So 2nd down and 14. And it looks like we've got a timeout. Nope, just the officials just trying to get everything back in order. They're still waiting for that play clock to start up. You can see that Lamarque coaches on the sideline, actually at midfield. The officials are confirmed right now. 5:37 to go, 4th quarter. 30-21. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. Coug Sports Net will be right back. Back at 2nd and 14 as the Cougars refuse the holding penalty. 2nd and 14 at the 46-yard line with 5:30 to go here in the 4th. Toss is going to be to Gray as he gets the ball to around the 46-yard line. Actually, it's Xavier Simpson. See the Cougs trying to strip the football now. He gets the ball to the 46. Gain of about 8, so make it 3rd down and 6 at the 46 of Lamarque. We're about to go inside 5 minutes. Here in the 4th, Cougs need a stop right here and now. Four-man front for the Cougs. Stings in the eye set, twins to the near. Handoff is going to be to Simpson, and Simpson's going to burst forward. He is going to be awfully close to a first down. Looks like he'll be about a yard, maybe a little less than that. But it's going to be decision time for Leland Serbic and the Cougs and the Stings. 4th and 1 at the 41 with 4:27 to go.
Like Coach said earlier, if it ain't broke, you don't you don't need to worry about trying to fix it. They've been able to munch yards and yards.
Yeah, you don't see Marshall Cervic out on the field either. This is a 4th and 1, and the Stings look like they're going to play some power ball to get the first down.
But I believe they're basically just grinding the clock out.
Well, that too. Play clock down to 5. Ponder under center. Handoff is going to be to Simpson. First down. Got just what he needed, and that's enough to move the chains with 3:55 to go.
And guys, I believe we need to adopt some of their principles, start stripping that ball every chance we get. We need that ball back.
Well, there's no doubt. First and 10 at the 38-yard line, 3:45 to go. Clock running down. Stings are going to take their own sweet time.
Oh,
Cougs
yeah.
have 2 timeouts remaining. You got to figure they're going to have to start using, they're going to have to consider using at least one of them here. Play clock down to 5. Flag is down. Flag down. We'll see what the issue is.
Illegal motion.
Illegal motion. Will take the ball back 5 yards.
Guys, I don't know if it's me, but it seems like they're just not here. This humdrum.
It feels as if they've been sleepwalking all night. You know, we've seen glimmers from the offense, particularly here in the second half. But as a whole, it just seems like this team is just sleepwalking the entire game. Yeah, you don't see that spark. You don't see that intensity that you saw last week against Ball.
What you have seen this week that you didn't see last week is 3 turnovers.
Oh, that too. Shotgun set. Hand-up's going to be to Frank as he stumbles. Probably a gain of about 1. Maybe got to the line of scrimmage. 2:52 to go here in the game. 30-21 is the clock count.
Flag down.
Flag down.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout.
No, there's flag down.
There is a flag down. Looks like it's going to be against Texas City.
Yeah, I think some of the guys getting a little anxious over on Texas City side.
It's been back and forth in recent years with this rivalry. Stings won last year, and they've won 5 out of the last 6 meetings, including 4 straight when Tim Finn was coach here in Texas City.
So Texas City is becoming Lamarck's nemesis. They have to strive to beat them.
Oh, for years it just seemed like, Lamarck would always find a way. Either it was just an emphatic thumping, or you find a way late and win. But
And Lamarck is going to take a timeout.
we'll go ahead and take it with them. 2:49 to go. Texas City 30, Lamarck 21. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 2:49 to go. They added some more seconds on the clock.
Holding penalty also put that ball all the way back now at the back on the Stingery.
46-yard line. So they've got a 1st and 25. Lamarck with 1 timeout left. Texas City with all 3 of theirs.
Yeah, but you can be reasonably confident they're not going to try and do anything to stop this
No,
clock.
not at all.
Yeah.
Frank in the backfield now. Seen a variety of backs with Texas City all night. And it's going to be Frank cuts back into midfield.
Gain of about 5, 4.5.
Cut it up the middle. Tackle made by Edwards. They'll give him a gain of 3
Yep.
to the 49. So 2nd down and 22 coming here with 2:39 remaining. Cougs will probably use that last timeout following this play. That clock's just continuing to wind down. We're now inside 2:30 to go.
Well, I like to see the Cougars make a noble stand right here at the end of the game to take into the season.
Well, at least leave the game with some kind of momentum. Even if you can get a late score, you want some kind of positive going into next week. Hand up is going to be to Simpson, and Simpson got past the pile and gets the ball to around the 39-yard line, so give him a gain of 10. Actually, Josh Gray on the carry.
Gets them back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and 11 now at the 39 of Lamarck.
It's almost like the defense is just kind of waiting for this game to be over with, guys. I hate to say that.
No, and it's true. No, it just seems like, these guys are hands on their hip. There's just really no intensity. We have not seen much intensity from this team tonight. And it's a sharp contrast to what we saw last week against Ball. These guys were fired up. They were flying off the ball, especially on the defensive side. Offense, like we mentioned in the pregame, they gained almost 400 yards, despite the fact that they weren't able to get the ball in the end zone but twice.
Yep, going to have a delay of game. Oh, they're going to take a
timeout
before they got called for it.
1:21 to go. It is Texas City 30, Lamarque 21. Coug Sports Net will be right back. 1:21 remaining. Stings leading 30-21. With 1:21 left, 3rd and 11 for the Stings at the 39 of Lamarque. Handoff is going to be to Simpson. Turns the corner, breaks a tackle, got the first down, and that should do it.
Yep. Poor tackling, guys. I hate to say it.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
We are Lamarque. We are fans, and we love, the success, but there are going to be some nights where you got to spank your own, and tonight is one of those nights.
Hey, he did make the first down.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Interesting. But he should have been tackled about 4 or 5 yards back further.
So about a yard
and
short.
They're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, 1:14 to go. You're dominated on the ground for most of the night. It's just wave after wave of backs. Cervic doesn't have that Deontay Foreman from last year, but he's got a fleet of serviceable backs, and he has shown tonight how to use them effectively. Handoff is to Simpson, first down, and that will do it. Cougs have one timeout left, but it's going to be of little use at this point.
28 Simpson on the carry.
Simpson moves the ball down to the 24-yard line.
That is one more.
Gain of 5.
First down.
We'll spot the ball at the 24-yard line up Lamarque with 1:05 remaining here in the contest. Really just a sluggish effort by this Lamarque team tonight.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And right now, Chris Ponder's going to take the best formation in football. It's the victory formation.
Yes, it is.
You'll just let the clock wind down and make sure that this will be the last time he'll touch it tonight.
I believe that Lamarque is so much better than what we saw tonight. And if I know Coach Jackson, you won't see this very often.
You're not going to see it very often, but turnovers, just a really lethargic effort overall by Lamarque as we are down to 20 seconds. And, yeah, you go ahead and put this one in the books. Texas City is going to win their second straight. 5 out of the last 6 going to Texas City here in the Bell by the Bay. Great effort by the Stings, a great rebound effort by Texas City after being blanked by Friendswood last week.
And that was it. That's what's probably most disappointing to me is that we made a team that got blanked last week in their own division look like a team that could actually go out and compete in that division and be successful doing it.
Well, anytime you have this type of game come forth, you're going to have this type of situation. You never know. You can get 2 state championship teams in a rivalry like this. And so you never, and as the coach said earlier, big plays is what changed this game. It wasn't skill. And big plays come from excitement, adrenaline, and this type of contest.
Yep, but like we also talked about earlier, too, big plays count the same number of points as them long drives.
Yep.
And when you can get
Right.
3 of those big plays out very, very quickly, 4 if you count the fumble return.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a lot of points up there that came out on big plays. And those big plays.
Well, if there's anything positive to come out of it, just what you said. It wasn't the playing.
Yeah.
It was just the mistakes.
Yeah, but I'm still not looking at it as a positive. It's hard to see the positive. Sorry,
yeah,
Coach.
It is.
Just a tough effort by the Cougars. You got to know that Coach Jackson is going to have these guys amped up. It's going to be a pretty intense week of practice going next week.
Who we play
Coach
next
Jackson
week?
is not going to take this one sitting down. Alden MacArthur is going to be our dance partner next week.
There or here?
It's going to be here.
Yep.
Good.
So
Sounds
not
like
the way you want it to see, Cougar fans. It looked good early. Just kind of went downhill in the second quarter. Final score, Texas City 30, Lamarque 21. So for Mike Lockwood, Lewis Perrin Jr., the coach William Sal, and senior stats Lewis Perrin Sr., this is Brandon Williams saying good night. Cougars take state.